Ibuprofen, Gatorade, and nicotine. It's a vicious circle, spin around and round. It's a kind of combination, put you 6 feet down. In a pearl snap shirt, I'm spitting out blood in the Texas dirt. This ain't no kind of living, well man with sense, but I ain't never been accused of watching on a fence. I'd rather ride on lightning than bleed into the night. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Some dusty chaps, $48 and a Stetson hat. But there's 2 more rounds of rank bulls to ride, and I'll be worth a lot more when I leave tonight. But it ain't about money, it comes from deep inside. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Got a few from bulls and 2 or 3 from bars, but that's the price I pay for fighting through the pain. They ain't never been a pussy, make the Hall of Fame, come on. Ain't Jim Chop, ain't Chris the Dew, I'm just a Carolina kid with an attitude. I was born to rock, born to ride, born to raise hell on a Friday night. I'd rather ride on lightning than bleed into the night. So go and open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side. 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm a cowboy. before. Well, darling, can't you see what you done to me? And I ain't gonna hide the way I feel no more. So let's roll all night.
Here they come out, turn number 4, he's gonna slide up, here comes Slinger! Drag race to the line, Dixon Slinger got it!
What a finish!
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to UltimateDirtTV. Tonight on the program, it is the DirtFX Designs Big Block Modified Series for their penultimate race of the season. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set. Tonight, we are here at the Lernerville Speedway. Take a look at your qualifying results coming up on screen before we get into the first of our 3 heat races here. It is Ryan Conrad going over a 10th quicker than the rest of the field with a 15.283. Robbie Swan was second quick, Dylan Yeager third, Jim Boniface, followed by Dylan Hilliard. That's your top 5, Carl Dersham, Drew Boniface, Steve Smees, Jordan Lafont and Jeremy Chris rounded out your top 10. We get set for the first heat race of the night here at Lernerville. Ryan Conrad will start up alongside Jim Boniface on the front row positions number 1 and 2. Drew Boniface will start 3. Jeremy Chris lines up at a position number 4. Anthony Perego lines up at a position number 5. It's Tristan Bailey at a position number 6. And that will be the 6 cars to take to the racetrack here tonight at the Lernerville Speedway. So I believe the second last race for the series, and I believe their final race will come back, I want to say, in the new year. Before they have a new UMP modified series coming to Wednesday night. Heat number 1, 8 laps on the board, top 3. Going through to the main event. Everybody else will go through to some consolation races. It's Ryan Conrad leading down the back straightaway for your opening lap here at Lernerville. Boniface, that's Jim Boniface in second. When you go back to James Boniface in second. Drew Boniface third in the 202 machine. Then you go back and look at Jeremy Chris working the 21 machine. Fending off a challenge from the 44 of Anthony Parego in position number 5. And Tristan Bailey. Rounding up the 6-car field, it's still Ryan Conrad continuing to lead the way. 2.5 laps into this 8-lap heat race right now. Conrad still your race leader from the pair of Bonifaces, James and Drew. Chris, Parego and Bailey. Now Jim Boniface in that 213 machine. Looking at 9/10, now almost a second gap back to Ryan Conrad, your race leader, who was, well, he was over a tenth and a bit quicker in qualifying. And something that you guys wouldn't have seen, but as I was sort of playing all the videos and stuff, something a little different happened here tonight. And group qualifying, so group cars went on the racetrack all by themselves. And again, I think there must have been about 8 cars or so, all trying to lay out a quick time. And Group 2 did the same thing, and of course it all happened at the same time. And probably just a little error in setting the server up, but it is what it is, and these drivers laid down their best lap times. We're coming to the white flag. 1 to go for your race leader. Conrad working through turn number 1 and 2. Looking the goods, he works into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Heat number 1. Checkers are about to fly. Ryan Conrad wins. Drew Boniface home in third. Jeremy Chris, Anthony Parego and Tristan Bailey going to round out the 6 cars in heat number 1. So heat number 1 is done. Conrad, Boniface, Chris, Parego and Bailey are 6 cars for heat number 1. Heat number 2 will line up like this, starting on the pole. It's going to be the CBR number 37 entry of Robbie Swan to the outside, car 45. Dylan Hilliard lining up at a position number 2. Steve Spees in the 013 will start position number 3. Justin Pentacove driving the RDR Racing at number 25 will start position at number 4. Tyler Cox, 68 machine, will start position at number 5, and Kyle Weisenberger will start the 762 machine from position number 6. Feel free to let us know who you're cheering on for. Who are you going to think is going to take out tonight's main event? Something you don't really see too often throughout the course of all the tracks on iRacing. If you can spot this man, you might know who he is. You spot this man, he's well hidden. Well, courtesy of our wonderful camera operators, we managed to find him. We managed to locate where he is, Dale Jr. Heat 2, 6 on the track, 8 on the board. We're green, working here at the Lernerville Speedway. The DirtFX Designs B-Block Modified Series. Swan, Hilliard, Speeds 1, 2 and 3. And you go back to Cox and Pendacote for your top 5 with Weisenberger working in the final position at the moment. That's position number 6. And here he comes, Weisenberger to the outside, and Justin Pendacote as they work into turn number 1 and 2. Steve Speeds trying to catch up and get by Dylan Hilliard for that second spot on the racetrack. Meanwhile, Robbie Swan continuing to lead the way here at the Lernerville Speedway, Sava, Pennsylvania's Lernerville. The only track here on the iRacing.com service on the dirt side of things that does not have the concrete wall around it. Speeds once again trying to catch up to the back of the 45 of Dylan Hilliard. Speeds in that 013 machine. Again, right now, as it stands, if we were only to take the top 3 and we were going to Consolation Racing, it would be Swan, Hilliard and Speeds directly locking themselves into tonight's 40-lap main event. Hilliard closes in. Swan. Geez, he looks good already. Promising signs by Robbie Swan, a multiple time feature winner this season already with the DirtFX Designs Big Block Modified Series. There is that beautifully presented number 45 machine of Dylan Hilliard. There is your race leader out in front. And the Ryan Conrad Performance number 37 machine. We'll see the white flag coming out here in heat race number 2, penultimate heat race of the night for the penultimate round of the series. Into 3 and out of 4. Ryan Conrad wins. Robbie Swan Dylan Hilliard home in second. Steve Spees in third. Fourth, we got a Tyler Cox, Kyle Weisenberger in fifth, and Justin Pentecote will come home in the 6th position. As we get set for the final heat race of the night. Dylan Yeager for Team Victory Lane Racing starting on the pole position. To the outside, the DirtFlex number 93 machine, that is Kyle Dersham. Starting position at number 3, driving the 111 entry, it's Jordan Lafon. To the outside, the 33 of Shane Greco, position number 4. Rolling off in your 5th starting position, it is Jared Melton in car number 30. And to the outside, in car number 90, it's the Ice Cream Man of Anthony Calf at a position at number 6. Now, I believe that Dylan Beavers is in race control duty tonight. So we are going to wait for the cars to come out on to the racetrack as they are ready to go, and the iRacing.com safety car will make its way on to this wonderful venue here in Sava, Pennsylvania, the virtual Lernerville Speedway. So a third lot of 6-car heat races here tonight. The starting positions up for grabs 3, 6 and 9. And of course, if we go straight to the warm-up, we'll also have 12, 15 and 18 up for grabs as well. So you count them in 3s, that's the easiest way to do it. Looking for a start out of turn number 4. Dylan Yeager in the Team Victory Lane Racing number 48 machine. Picks up the gas, we're underway. Kyle Dersham getting a good launch as well as we head off into 1 and 2. It's going to be Dylan Yeager leading the way from Kyle Dersham, and Dersham fending off the challenge. Here comes Jordan Lafon in the 44. Looking to the inside, there's your battle for positions number 2 and 3 on screen at the moment, trying to run down the 48 of Dylan Yeager. Melton, Greco, that's your top 5 with Anthony Calf rounding out the field. Jordan Lafon, meanwhile, has gotten by Kyle Dersham. Has moved Jordan Lafon from the 3rd starting position up to position number 2. And if he was to finish there, remember, he would start position number 6 in tonight's A-main event, which will be contested over 40 laps around the Lernerville Speedway. Let's go back and look through this field. There's Jared Melton in car 30 on the screen, sitting in position number 4. Then you go back to the 33 entry of Shane Greco, followed by Anthony Karp, the Ice Cream Man. Yeager continuing to lead the way. Cross flags next around 4 down and a 4 to run here in the final heat race of the night, the penultimate round of the season. It will come back, I want to say, in the new year to wrap up the DirtFX Designs Big Block Modified Series. Working just a number of laps left to run. It'll be 3 to be exact. Jordan Lafon still sitting in second, not letting Yeager get away. It's 4/10 of a second as it stands as they work down into turns number 3. Out of turn number 4, Jaeger still got the lead, still got the advantage over Jordan LaFon. But will LaFon, will he have how many more opportunities will he have? We go above the racetrack. Well, it won't matter because we might just have another opportunity because we're going to go yellow. It was Shane Greco, the man that's went around. We'll take a look at your UltimateDirtTV instant replay. So here is that 33 entry. Just going to say, on track equals fast, boys. And we're not going to hit him with you can't park there because, boys, man, that was a good technicality, and well, he technically never stopped, so. And the lights should be out on the pace truck, and that they are, and we are waiting for Dylan Yeager to bring us back to the green flag. Again, a very, very slow pace here at Lernerville, just stacking the field up, just keeping a nice steady pace about himself. We go back to green, and we're back underway here in your final heat race of the evening. Yeager continuing to lead the way right now over Jordan LaFon, Jared Melton, Carl Dersham. They're side by side for that final transfer position. Yeager going to the bottom side. He will do everything in his power, and he will have enough to hang on here in heat race number 3 to start position number 3 in tonight's A main event. Second, Jordan LaFon, third, Jared Melton, 4, Shane Greco rounds out your top 5, with Anthony Calf coming home in your 5th starting position. We go consolation racing, which I don't think it's going to matter all that much because of the simple fact that all these cars on the racetrack will be battling for starting positions. Let's take a look at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid. It's going to be 15 laps with our top 5 going through. In fact, let's take a look at your starting grid just quickly. So your top 5, Jeremy Chris, Jared Melton 1 and 2, Kyle Weisenberger, Tristan Bailey 3 and 4, Anthony Carr position number 5, and I don't believe our 6th starter is here. So let's take a look at heat race number 3 results coming up on screen. There is Yeager, LaFon and Dersham going to the show. Melton, Greco and Calf. Those drivers going to what is known as 2 B mains on the program. So the long B main is upon its 15 laps. So your top 5, your 5 cars on the racetrack. Again, these guys battling for starting positions only. Again, I believe Colton Key did not even make it into the race server. It's a 2:15 lap B mains. The first one about to get underway. Jeremy Chris, car number 21, says let's go racing. Jared Melton in the second position right now. Then you go back to Carl Weisenberger in that 7.62, who was looking to the inside on Melton. They'll go side by side down into turn number 3 and 4. Melton, Weisenberger, Melton on the outside, Weisenberger on the inside. Jeremy Chris will lead lap number 1. Melton going to the cushion, trying to rail it up and send it upstairs. He's going to lose that second position, maybe under some threat here from Tristan Bailey in that 00 machine. Right now it's still Jeremy Chris leading the way, and then you go back to Anthony Carr sitting in the 5th position on the racetrack. Here is your race leader of Jeremy Chris, car number 21. Noticing a lot of guys using that bottom side, bottom to mid groove. In qualifying, you're seeing they're all upstairs, and that's why you've got a real slick line from just around the middle of the racetrack all the way up to the edge of the racetrack. There's not much to lean on up there. Who will be the first person to attempt to try and make that outside groove work? Well, I've got to say, who will find out? Who will be the first one to go a set of coconuts and have a go and have a dig upstairs? Right now, Chris Dean, race leader from Kyle Weisenberger in second, Jared Melton third. Fourth is followed closely by Tristan Bailey. Just a couple of car lengths between Melton and Bailey for positions number 3 and 4. It's almost like now a similar gap between your race leaders. In fact, Jeremy Chris just trying to open up the gap just a little bit more right now over Kyle Weisenberger. And we look at Anthony Carr, the ice cream man. We'll be going to the 40-lap A-main event later on. There's Bailey on screen in the 00 machine. There's Jared Melton in car 30. There's Kyle Weisenberger, the 7.62 machine. There's a lot of pink on this racetrack at the moment. Of course, there is your race leader who has just sort of ticked over past the half race distance, 8 down, just 7 laps remaining here in the first of 2 last chance qualifiers, your penultimate round of the DirtFX Designs Big Block Modified Series, brought to you by Sheets, Fresh Food Made to Order, and Kings of Sling. 6 laps left to run for your leader of Jeremy Chris in that 21 machine. Weisenberger still sitting in second position, looking at 6.5 to 7/10 of a second difference between first and second. Jeremy Chris looking to open that up now down the front straightaway. 2/3 of your B main, your first B main is complete. Chris, Weisenberger, Melton, Bailey, and Calf. Just a reminder, you're only your top 5. Again, with the 6 cars that you can see on the timing and scoring, Colton Key did not even attempt to make it on the starting grid, whether he's just had mechanical issues or whether he's just decided to say, yeah, I'll go on a quick race and not come in and turn up. Don't know what's going on behind the scenes, so it's not good just to assume or speculate, because I think you never want to assume, because, well, if you can't spell assume, that's what you got to make of you and me. 2 to go for your race leader, Jeremy Chris from Kyle Weisenberger. Coming to greet the white flag in the first of 2 B lanes. Again, above the racetrack, down the back straightaway for the final time. Checkers will be out, and it will be Jeremy Chris, your winner in B main. Second to Kyle Weisenberger, third to go to Jared Melton, Tristan Bailey home in 4th. Anthony Carr will round out your top 5. Yeah, that's like I said, and I don't want to speculate on why, but I'll leave that in your capable hands, buddy, as there is your first B main results coming up on screen. Chris, Weisenberger, Melton, Bailey, and Carr. Your second B main on the program, which will see 4 cars out of the 7. Tyler Cox line up on pole position. Anthony Perego position number 2. Shane Greco will start position number 3, and Justin Pentecote will start position number 4. I know Beavers and Yamrick are in race control duties tonight, and again, if Rico Robles Well, Science 2 make an appearance. He will start 5th. So that was a look at your starting grid. And again, we've just got the 4 cars on the racetrack. Steve, no, I did not ask Alex. I kind of forgot to ask Alex, and I was having some issues with OBS and iRacing, and I almost didn't make it in. I only got into the lobby, I think, with about probably 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes before they advanced it over to the qualifying session. So yes, no, I have had to suck it up and just had to ride solo tonight. But I'm sure if I had have asked Alex, I'm sure he would have been here. So your 15 laps for your final B main of the evening. Again, the penultimate round of the series for the DirtFX Designs Big Block Modified Series from Lernerville, brought to you by King's Sling and Sheets. Fresh food made to order. We are green. Good evening, Anthony, Jordan. I'm doing well. How are you two gentlemen? As here comes Tyler Cox. Gonna got a big slide job there by Anthony Parango. Parango will lead lap number 1. Cox back to the inside, trying to take over the race lead as we work down the back straightaway. A little bit of a rubbing panels as they met, going down into turn number 3. Parango switches back to the inside with a nice little crossover. He's still going to lead the second lap. Cox goes back to the inside. Parango still your race leader. Parango going upstairs into turn number 3 and 4. So we've got 2 guys on the bottom and 2 guys trying to run the cushion. It's different down into turn number 1 and 2. Alright, Steve-O. Right now, Parango, your race leader from Cox. Greco in 3rd, Justin Pentacope in 4th. That's your 4 cars on the racetrack. All these drivers will transfer. No matter where they will start. Parango, the 44, still the race leader. From Cox, 6 down, 9 to run. Anthony Parango's done a good job so far in this one. Again, he was the man that started on the outside of the front row. Look out, Shane Greco, let me tell you, like, that wall does not move. No matter how many times you try and hit it, it just will not move. We kept it going. Again, we will not see the yellow flag just yet. And hopefully we don't see it for the remainder of this race. As we're working on lap number 9 of 15, which means 8 down and 7 laps left to run here in your second B main. I believe this should line up positions. But at a guess, I'm going to say either 10, 12, 14 or 16, or whether it might be 11, 13. We're going yellow for a single car spin off the racetrack. It was back in the pits. Don't know why we're going yellow. I thought the boys were told no yellows if you go off the racetrack, but yeah, deal with it. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's 10, 12, 14 or 16, or whether it's actually going to be 11, 13, 15 and 17. So we'll have, so 5 and 5 is 10 plus 9, so the 19. Take one away because technically Yam is in this one, although it's showing him as out. Yeah, Borrego was digging, boys. He's got the 44 hooked up. And a big thank you to, of course, DirtFX Designs, Sheets, Fresh Food, Made to Water, and Kings of Sling. Second last round of the series. Brandon, you'll be able to let the people know when is the last round. Is it in about 2 weeks' time? I want to say, or are you shooting for next week? So I really hope you're not shooting for next week, because it's December 30th actually for me. I mean, if you want to go next week, you can, but if not, it should be December 29th. Otherwise, it'll be January 5. So, and I'm sure Brandon can let you all know on what is going on with that one. We're back to green with 5 laps left to run. Cox looking to take back the race lead. Greco nearly got into the left rear quarter panel of Borrego, and Tyler Cox will lead his first lap, and it comes courtesy of lap number 11. Here comes Borrego now. Down to the inside, slide jump for the race lead. Borrego and Cox really showing that these guys right now, there's still a bit of moisture in this racetrack. It happens to be on the bottom side, but then you got guys that are not afraid to throw it where it might be very tight. Cox going upstairs into turns 3. He'll cut it back underneath. Borrego at the line. No idea who had that one. I'm going to let iRacing sort that one out, and we'll just continue talking on through the course of this final lap and a half, working into turn number 3 and 4 with just 1 lap to go. This is your battle on the racetrack for the race lead. It's not so much of a good angle. Cox and Borrego into 3. Out of 4, Borrego sticks the bottom. Cox comes back to in the middle of the race. Tyler Cox going to win your second B main. What a good race that was. Those last 5 laps was fantastic. In fact, that whole B main was fantastic. Tyler Cox, your winner by just under 0.2 of a second from Anthony Borrego in second, Justin Pentico third, Shane Greco in 4th. And that will be all for your second B main of the evening. And with that being said, we will take a short little break, play some music, come back in a few moments time. Don't forget, if you're watching live on Twitch, don't forget to hit that follow button if you haven't done so already. If you're watching on the YouTube side of things, don't forget to hit that subscribe, again, all free to watch. And of course, the wonderful people that are following on all of our social media pages, and of course for the people that might be following or watching on Facebook, hit that like and follow button. Don't forget to share it out as well. And I know that, well, coming up just a couple of days away from Christmas, and what better way to wrap up Christmas holidays than just a great big rock modifieds here at Lernerville Speedway. We'll take a break and come back to play some music, and do that in just a few seconds time.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste.
I'm the king of rock, there is none higher. Some MCs should call me sire. To own my kingdom, you must choose fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire. Now we rock up funny and come correct. All sets are on time and rhyme connect. That's the right for floating and for elect. Another rapper can't stand it, but give us respect. I wanna rock.
we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the DirtFX Designs Big Block Modified Series. Let's go from back to front, your starting grid. Position number 18, it's Anthony Carr. Position number 17, Shane Greco. Tristan Bailey, 16th. Justin Pentico, 15th. 14th is Jared Melton. Anthony Perego, 13th. 12th is Kyle Weisenberger. Tyler Cox in 11th. 10th is Jeremy Chris and Kyle Dersham in position number 9. Position number 8, Steve Spees. Drew Boniface, position number 7. Jordan Lafont, position number 6. Dylan Hilliard at a position number 5. Jim Boniface, position number 4. Dylan Yeager, position number 3. Robbie Swan, position number 2. And Ryan Conrad on the pole position. Penultimate race of the season here for the DirtFX Designs Big Block Modifieds here at Lernerville. Your A main event, 40 laps on the board. We are green flag racing here at Lernerville, and it's going to be Ryan Conrad leading the way down into turn number 1 and 2. Look at Diego rolling the bottom side. He'll now immediately move up into position number 2, relegating the 37 of Robbie Swan back to position number 3. Jaeger coming up. You're going speed. We've got some drama. Kyle Dersham in the 93, and we are yellow. So let's go back and take a look at how all this unfolded on the opening lap, the 93 of Kyle Dersham. And him and Lafont come together. Tyler Cox there. Kyle. Tyler. Just saying. As part of the Power Plats presentation, you boys, you can't bark there. So how many times will we see that tonight? How many times will we tell drivers where they can and where they can't park? Who knows, they might just have... They might have read the Power Plats presentation. Lights are out, we're going back to green to start lap number 2. Now you'll just have to give the iRacing ticker just about a lap or 2 just to fix itself up, but it will correct itself. So Drew Boniface out of the event. In fact, there was only 18 starters, so let's get rid of that one there, and we are good. And we are back to green. Here at Lernerville once again, Conrad to lead the way, slider line down into turn number 1 and 2, driving the 21 machine. Jaeger rolls right through the middle of the speedway, second. Now Robbie Swan coming back after second place of Dylan Jaeger. Conrad still good in that 21C machine. Jaeger, something a little different. I thought he might have been going for the slider line or the slide job into 3 and 4. Gonna stay glued, or try and stay glued through the moisture of the racetrack. Good battle up front right now. There's your top 3 on screen at the moment. Jaeger, Conrad, Jaeger on the bottom, Conrad on the top side. Robbie Swan also on the top side of the racetrack. 5 down, 35 remaining here at Lernerville. Then you go back to Jim Boniface, Dylan Hilliard. Here comes Jordan Lafont in the 44. We know we've got a whole lot of Jordan Lafont fans out there, so feel free. Let us know. Cheer him on. Let's see some of those comments for the 44, and let's see some comments as well for some other drivers. Hilliard in the 45s just slips outside of the top 5, and here comes another 44 of Anthony Perego, started 13th, and he's made his way all the way up to position 7, and at the moment he sits at a +6. And you go back and look at Steve Speens. A Weisenberger there with Jeremy Chris and Tyler Cox. Chris in the 21, Weisenberger in the pink, black and white 762 machine. drivers are inside the top 10. We go back up and look at the battle between the 44s and the 45. Lafon, Hilliard and Perego. Hilliard going upstairs again through turns 3 and 4. He'll do the same. You can see a number of different lines working. You've still got a bottom. You've got the bottom to mid groove through turns number 1 and 2, but then you've also got that high side that you see the likes of Robbie Swan, Ryan Conrad and Dylan Hilliard. They're also utilising Jim Boniface as well. He's working the top side of the racetrack. This battle resumes now for second and third. Here comes Swan sweeping to the outside right now of Dylan Yeager in the 48 machine. Yeager going to drive a dink down into turn number 1 now to turn 2. He'll grip the middle of the racetrack. Trying to reclaim the second position. Lap number 12 is in the book. Still 28 remaining. Still plenty of time remaining. Yeager. Now he's bitten the bullet. He's up there to go to the top side of the speedway. Yeager will follow. Oh, I thought he might have followed Robbie Swan through 3 and 4 up on the top side, but he decided to go 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. Slide job coming out from Yeager on Swan. Swan quickly turned it back underneath. Now Swan going to retake over the second position. Here comes Yeager back at him on the inside. No. Robbie Swan has second, but here he comes again. Yeager with a slide job into turn number 1 and 2, but still Robbie Swan. He gets the drive down the back straightaway out of turn number 2. And he'll put the 37 back to the inside. Now back to the top side he goes. And look at this clockwork. It's like a tennis match. You throw one, I'll throw one. It's almost like Oprah Winfrey's here giving slide jobs out. You get a slider, you get a slider. Everybody gets a slider, and another slider coming out from Dylan Yeager on Swan. And Swan takes back over second position. My, oh my. What a fantastic start to this feature event. Just a few laps away from half race distance, and Yeager putting the moves back on Robbie Swan. Dylan Yeager move into position number 2 at the start finish line, and here comes Swan, not giving up without a fight. And I'm going to say, with Swan and Yeager throwing haymakers at each other, it's almost like a UFC match right now. With Yeager and Swan doing what they're doing, this is allowing Ryan Conrad to check out right now. He's got over a 2.4, make that 2.5 second gap. Back to your drivers in second and third. Dylan Yeager, Robbie Swan, Yeager now. Again with another slide job on Swan through 3 and 4 as we head off down into the first and second turn. Now Swan, it's his turn to throw it back underneath, but just you go back 6 or 7 laps ago, you see the power that Yeager got out of turn number 2. That's what Swan was doing to Yeager, and Yeager was throwing those sliders. Anthony Calf getting put a lap down, trying to stay out of the way, just keeps the car nice and straight. Good control of the big block modified from Anthony Calf, who again, he had 2 guys coming at him thick and fast, and he done well to hold his line. And we are yellow, and a 2.5 second gap says bye-bye. We are yellow. Second caution of the evening. And I believe we're about to see why here on your UltimateDirtTV instant replay with Shane Greco in car number 33. Just gets it all crossed up. Shane, I'm just going to say, you can't actually park there. I wonder why it felt a little sore today. Turns out, forget to have your tablets. Okay, maybe that might make you feel just a little better. So the lights are out on the pace truck. He'll double them up 2 by 2. Conrad, Jaeger, Swan, and Boniface. That's James Boniface. Green flag, back out here in Lernerville. We're back underway in the main event. The DirtFX Designs Big Block Modified Series. And look at Jaeger, wind the 48 machine up on the outside of the racetrack. Boniface goes off the track. Oh, LaFon gets tagged from behind. Lap number 23 is in the books and we're staying green. This is the battle we wanted to see since the drop of the green flag. Dylan Jaeger versus Ryan Conrad, and we're not going to see it just yet. So the third caution of the evening. Let's try and have a look here at what happened and why we are under yellow. I'm looking at Shane Greco again. Just some contact there with Tristan Bailey in the 00 machine, and again Shane, mate, you can't actually park there. So I wouldn't be surprised to see us go single file. We might double them up again. Looks like they will double them up, and we'll go 2 by 2 racing once again. Another opportunity for us to see Conrad and Jaeger really put on a show, also with Swan. Who knows what Hilliard has got for these guys. Steve Speeds rounding at your top 5. Parego in 6, and you go back to look at Jordan LaFon, Tyler Cox, Kyle Weisenberg, and Jeremy Chris. Your top 10 drivers, and once again the green flag will chop. And we are back underway in what is our third restart of the night, our fourth green flag in this A main. 25 down, 15 to go. There's good battle going on for about the 6th and 7th position. Cox and Speeds battle with LaFon. Cox to the outside on Speeds. There is LaFon. The right rear jumps to cushion. He went off the racetrack, but brought it back in. Now look at this, to show you the 3 wide action. Look at Robbie Swan. Swan has found something, not quite up on the top side of the racetrack. Slide job attempt. Will it be? No. He's going to stay through the middle. We'll see if Jaeger learned anything from that last lap out with Robbie Swan. Parego with a move there. Oh, Hilliard, Cox. They're going to keep it going. They do. Holy cow. What a save. Jim Boniface coming back through the field as well. Remember, he was sitting about, I want to say, 4th or 5th position when he went off the racetrack. And after not getting the yellow came out courtesy of Shane Greco. He's driven his way back up to position number 8, make it 9. Chris up to position, or back to position number 10, Carl Dersham, who's just lost a couple of spots from his original starting position. Jordan LaFon, he's gone backwards as well, unfortunately. There's your race leader with 10 to go, make it 9 as we work through 3 and 4. 31 down, 9 laps remaining in your main event here this evening. The penultimate round of the series. Jaeger running in 2nd, Swan 3rd. And you look at Parego, Hilliard, Cox to the inside on Hilliard. Hilliard fends off the 68 machine. Now Tyler Cox again works back to the inside. We're trying to complete the slide jump. No, he's going to leave Hilliard to line up on the outside of the racetrack, and that he does. And Hilliard says, thank you very much, Tyler. I'll continue to work the 45. Good battle right now for positions number 5 and 6. It's a 2-car battle. It almost might be a 3-car battle here in the next couple of laps if Steve Speeds in the 013 can just pull the finger out. Hilliard, that right rear, just rails the cushion. He was just inches and centimetres away from that right rear, jumping the cushion through 3 and 4. 5 laps remaining for your race leader, Ryan Conrad. Working down into turn number 1 and 2. The palm is out from Barney, the iRacing flagman. He says, come on boys, let's get these final, what is now 4 laps to go. And Anthony Carr. Lap car again for the second time in this 40-lap journey. Looks like he's going to go to the middle of the racetrack. Just gets a little crossed up and the leaders go on by. Anthony Carr says, right boys, you go around the outside. I'm just going to pull down low and we're going to continue to watch this race for the lead up front as we close in on what is now 2 laps left to go. Conrad, 2 circuits away from finding victory lane on the front straightaway. The 21C looking for the perfect night here at Lernerville. Jaeger looking to change all that here in this final lap as we go yellow just as we were coming to the start finish line. And our 4th yellow of the night, which is going to send us to a green, white check, and who has just potentially ruined a great race. We take a look at your UltimateDirtTV instant replay. It's the 3rd entry of Jared Melton. Off the racetrack and upside down. And again, I don't know why the yellow had come out for that one. I think I just found it. Jared, on track equals faster. 4 wheels on the ground is better. And I just want to let you know you can't actually park there, mate. So we're not done with just yet. 2 laps. Again, they were dead set coming to the white flag. They were yards. They were just yards away from the white flag being displayed. And from this race, getting the checkers. However, not to be just yet. The 4th restart of this A-main with 4 yellows so far in what has been 38. We'll now make it 39 laps out of a 41 lap journey. Here we go, we're back underway. Green flag with a 2-lap sprint to the end. Who will it be? Ryan Conrad, Dylan Jaeger? Or will it be Robbie Swan? I don't think it's going to be Robbie Swan or anybody else. I think it's going to be either Conrad or Jaeger. Jaeger slide job for the race lead, and there's the big slider into turn number 1 and 2. That might be his opportunity. Down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. They come up for turn number 4. Drag race to the line, inside, outside. Ryan Conrad wins Jamaica win. Second to go to Dylan Jaeger. Third of the line is going to be Robbie Swan. And a phenomenal way to cap up the penultimate round of the series. Your feature race results coming up on screen. Conrad gets the win by 0.135 of a second over Dylan Jaeger. Robbie Swan home in 3rd. Anthony Perego 4th. Tyler Cox rounds out your top 5. 6th will go to Dylan Hilliard. 7th, Steve Spees. 8th is Jim Boniface. 9th, Kyle Dersham. 10th was Jordan Lafon. 11th, you go to Kyle Weisenberg and Justin Pentacope in 12th. Jeremy Chris, 13th. 14th is Tristan Bailey. 15th, Jared Melton. Anthony Carp home in 16th. Shane Greco, 17th. And Drew Boniface home in position number 18. What a way to wrap up the penultimate round of the series. A green-white checker to finish. And what a green-white checker it was. Some great racing throughout the course of this main event. We wait for your top 3 to join us in getting out of the virtual cockpits of the race cars. And we will then talk to, hopefully, your top 3. And in fact, we've got our winner right now, driving the 21C machine tonight. He pulls the sweep off here at Lernerville. It's Ryan Conrad. Ryan, congratulations, buddy, on this victory. And, well, you pulled the sweep out. Quick qualifier, Heat 1 winner, and you lead all 40 laps of this A main. You're going to be happy about that one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm definitely stoked about this race here.
Mate, what was so key in putting this 21C up right where it needed to be to get around here for 40 laps?
I mean, it was just a lot of testing. We did a lot of testing for this race, and it's just all about knowing the line the track's going to be. And towards the end of the race, it was just all the way around the top, and just had to be super smooth on the gas and made sure you didn't go over the edge. You didn't push it too hard. Managed to pull it off.
I mean, you said a lot of testing. How much? Try and put it in laps. How much you guys tested? To get these cars, close to near perfect as, to put this thing in victory lane.
We tested a lot. I mean, if we go in a session together, we test probably about 100 laps each. Just trying to figure out the best possible way to find speed, and seem to pull off all the testing me and the guys have done, and pulled off here tonight.
And let's go straight to the back end of this feature race. You guys are just coming to greet the white flag. That yellow flag comes out. What went through your mind as you seen that yellow, just as you were sort of 20, 30 yards away from that white flag coming out?
I was kind of nervous at that green-white checker there because I didn't know what Eager was going to do going into turn 1. And I just decided to hold on to the top and just let him throw a slider and maybe just try to get the cut down. But he managed to stay behind me and threw the slider on the white flag there and managed to get the cut down and block 3 and 4 and managed to hold off for the win.
Man, good job on the win here tonight. Good job on the sweep here at Lernerville. Before we let you go, Ryan, mate, sponsor on this race. It's a good-looking hot rod, I might add. People behind the scenes, who gets this done for you, buddy?
Yeah, I got to thank Hoffman Street Supplies, Landecker Racing Engines, Auto Service, RCP, and Three Brothers Racing, and Colin Bocus, all the guys, the team that help out, and everybody over there.
There we go. Ryan Conrad, ladies and gentlemen, home in first place. Home in second place tonight, and, well, doing something different is throwing slide jobs. Dylan Yeager, are you feeling all right, buddy? We don't often see this from you, mate.
Yeah, I'm feeling all right.
I mean, you're throwing slide jobs at Lernerville. You never throw slide jobs, mate. You normally just the gutter out on the bottom.
That was fun, not gonna lie. I tried the bottom early and it wasn't any good after about lap 5 once the tires heated up. I ran the fast time in the warm-up session and I kind of said, screw it, let's try running the bottom for the first few laps. And I think I got around Ryan at one point and I didn't know my setup was good up top. I thought it was just going to be strictly good around the bottom. If I knew that it was as good as it was up top, I would have went up there a little bit earlier. But, I'm points racing, so a second place isn't all that bad in the long run.
And that final green white checker, were you nervous coming to the green flag, knowing that you had a number of limited opportunities to get by Ryan there in that final last couple of laps?
I wasn't exactly nervous. I just knew that I had to try and capitalize on the opportunity. And on lap 40, the lap of the green-white checker, I ran 3 and 4 really good, and I got right up to him. And I said, screw it. Let's throw a slide job in 1 and 2 and see if we can stun his momentum. And I kind of think it worked because watching the replay over, he kind of missed it in 1 and 2. And I tried to run bottom in 3 and 4, and it wasn't good at all. But, yeah, that was a fun race. It's nice to get away from the sprint cars and late models every Wednesday night with the series. It's been a fun ride.
Well, mate, as you said, your points chasing here this season and second place. Not a bad way to pick up some valuable points towards the season championship. No idea when that's going to be, whether it's next week or whether it's 2 weeks' time. I think Brandon's going to talk to the drivers and find out when they want to run that one. But, mate, congratulations on second place. Dylan, before we let you go, of course, sponsor on this race car, people behind the scenes, buddy, who makes this happen for you.
Yeah, man, gotta thank you for the broadcast, Brandon for running this deal, all my sponsors, Bighorn Taxidermy, Totorzala Frenchies, Tac 30 Defense, Elite iRacing Graphics, and CFM Esports. And yeah, I'll see you next week.
That indeed you will. Dylan Yeager, ladies and gentlemen, home in second spot. Coming home in third place here tonight, driving car number 37. It is Robbie Swan. Robbie, mate, congratulations on third place finish here tonight. And, well, I thought that final last couple of laps, you might have had something for the top two, but I mean, hey, third place at the end of it, that's not a bad result, you know, to kick up the second last round of the series.
Yeah, I was just in there at the end after Dylan got by me. I kind of just counted my blessings and decided to just play it safe.
And what could you have done differently, in this 37 machine? Because, I mean, you had some good pace, but it just looked like those other two out in front were just sort of on just that little bit higher of a level. What could you have done differently to be competitive with those guys towards the back end of that feature race?
I think Lernerville really, really rewards risk. Those guys seemed like they were just pushing it a little bit closer to the edge and sending it in a little bit harder than I was willing to. And I think that's what set them apart from me.
Well, mate, congratulations on a third place finish here tonight. Of course, we're not done just yet, with the series. We've still got one more round to go. You move this momentum forward into the final round of the series, whether it's next week or whether it's 2 weeks' time. How do you prepare yourself for that final round, whether it be in a week's time or 2 weeks' time?
I'm obviously just going to run a little bit of practice and just try not to put too much thought into it. The points are looking pretty good, so I think I can just go into the final race and just try and have fun and go for the win.
All right, buddy. Well, look, we wish you the best of luck in the final week of the season again, whether it's next week or whether it's 2 weeks' time, depending on one of the drivers, whenever they want to run it. But Robbie, congratulations on third place here tonight. But as always, mate, before we let you go, of course, sponsoring this race car, people behind the scenes who makes this happen for you.
I'd like to thank Colin and Ryan. They do a lot to help me every week and every day. MDI TV, Nick Ham Raps, and my girlfriend Presley for letting me run 3 hours a night.
You should keep her around if she's letting you run that much of the time, mate.
Yeah, I guess I have to.
Buddy, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Robbie Swan, your third place finisher here tonight from the Lernerville Speedway. That'll wrap us up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Again, the DirtFX Designs Big Block Modified Series from the Lernerville Speedway. Penultimate round of the series is done. Again, a big thanks to the DirtFX Designs, Sheets, Fresh Food, Made to Order, and of course, Kings of Sling. And until next time, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the manager behind the scenes, we say Merry Christmas, have a safe and a happy New Year, and a happy holidays. We'll see you back next time.